Hello, my name is Sydney Brower, and my scenario is about birth order psychology. Birth order psychology is the study of how the number of older and younger siblings you have affects your personality. This year I faced obstacles, but came up with multiple useful bits of knowledge that can be applied to many aspects of life. I will give you a quick rundown of what I have learned here. I'll start with the oldest child. The oldest boy and girl in a family will likely possess the following traits. A few other children might, too, but we will talk about that later. There are two different types of firstborn. Compliant firstborns are there to please. Do you want that game that mom won't buy you? They'll buy it. Do you need someone to take your side? Count on them. The other kind is more aggressive. These are the bossy big brothers and sisters, or at least take more charge. No matter the type though, firstborns are found to be more driven, responsible, patient, and organized. They also tend to be perfectionists, as the only role models they have are years older and expect a lot from them. While we are on firstborns, I will mention only children. Onlys are often called super firsts because they have all the quote perks of being firstborn and are never dethroned. Like firstborns, there are two types of only child. If the parents tried but failed to have more children, the child will be more spoiled and self-centered. If there is only one child because the parents didn't want any more, the child will have much more pressure placed on him or her and turn out like a mini adult. On to middle children. It is common knowledge that the middle feels squeezed between their siblings. Between the perfectness of the older sibling and the funny antics of the younger one, where do they fit? This is why the middle tends to be the exact opposite of the sibling just older than them. If the next up is a strict rule follower, the child would be easygoing and friendly. The next one would be very down to earth. No matter the personality though, middles would rather be around peers. They have an amazing strength. They know what it's like to be looked after and what it's like to be the responsible one. At home, this makes them the peacemaker. But around peers, this makes them easier to relate to, and therefore they have more friends. This helps them too, because around peers, middle children never feel too young or too old. Last, we have the baby of the family. The youngest child lives for attention. It makes sense though. Once we get to the last baby, the parents are no longer surprised by first steps or lost teeth. This is where we get the annoying kid sibling stereotype. Many babies of the family decide they can't challenge their big siblings, so they turn to acting out. That isn't always the case, though. Lots of younger siblings use the traits of outgoing, charming, and personable to thrive in the entertainment and sales industries. Before this video comes to a close, I'd like to touch on 4 variables of this equation. 1. Gender. The first boy and girl in a family will behave like the oldest, even if they have a few older siblings. The reverse will happen for the youngest, where the little sister and little brother will compete for the baby spot. 2. Age spacing. 3 to 4 years between children is a sweet spot. Less than 3 years between the kids has them fighting for attention. Over 5 years has them barely know each other. In fact, a gap of over 7 years will have a child take the traits of an only child, and earning them the name quasi-only. 3. Parenting. This applies to the firstborn but affects the whole family. If a parent is too hard on their firstborn, he or she will literally snap. They will go from a driven rule follower to a rebellious procrastinator, or have a serious case of self-doubt. This then prompts the next child to become the perfect sibling, sending a ripple through the pecking order. 4. Blended families. When remarrying, make sure your children are happy. In most cases, a firstborn will hate another oldest challenging their power. Same with the youngest children. Make sure your choice to remarry is good for your whole family. Please remember that this is psychology. I have tested these theories against families and fictional characters too, but it is not perfect. However, keeping this theory in mind can help you better understand those around you. Whether it is something as small as selling magazines or as big as raising a family, birth order can give you an idea of how to thrive with what you are given. For more information, please check out my children's book or any of the listed resources in the description. Thank you for your time.